This is picking up from that last video. Somehow it stopped. I think I stopped it. So these are more native varieties. Rudbeckia, really pretty. We have echinaceas, all colors. The orange, pinks, white. This one's really pretty. It's like a two-tone. See that whitish pink color? Different. And we've got all vines back there. Lots of clematis. We've got wisteria, honeysuckle. Down here, swinging along. Over there, we have succulents, hens and chicks. Did you know hens and chicks stay all winter? They actually have color in the winter, so you could do a nice container garden for the winter with these guys, and they get bright color. So if somebody wants a little different look. The Smachia, ground cover, creeping jenny. And here's more Rudbeckia. Look at all those different types. Love this plant in the garden. So here we go with lots of Nepeta, deer resistant, so people love it. It's one of our best sellers. It's blooming like crazy in May, June. We trim it back, and now we have a second flush all late summer into fall. So if you actually take your Nepeta and give it a haircut, it'll rebloom again. Here's some natives for you. Aren't they pretty? Butterflies love them. Look at that. They call it ironweed. Southern Cross is the variety. We got some native ageratum, Joe Pye weed. Type of Joe Pye weed. Helianthus. It's going to be blooming soon. It's just starting to bloom. It's fall bloomer, but look how big and full. Looks like a mum. We got Chalone. It's another native. Can grow in the shade. They call it turtle head. Guess they figure that looks like a turtle's head. Then back here, lots of solidago. Very great for your pollinator garden. Native plant. A lot of cut back things here, so there are lots of goodies back here that were blooming in spring. This is all Agastache. Agastache is great for butterflies. They love it. Hummingbirds too. They call it hummingbird mint. What else do we have? Over there we have some pretty irises, the variegated kind. That's kind of my favorite. It has a beautiful blue flower, and then when it's not blooming it has that gorgeous foliage. Then down past it there's milkweed. And there's Baptisia, which is another native. We got a whole row of grasses. And then here comes the anemone row. Just got brand new anemones. We're out, ready to go. I think we have like 15 different varieties of anemone. Anemone's awesome for your fall garden. Here's the Agastache in other colors, shorter varieties. It's one of my favorite bee balms. It's a native. Love it. It's got a very cool flower. You'll see all kinds of bees and pollinators on it, but they're small. You can't really see them on the camera. Yarrow. More Agastache. All the pretty pinks and lavender. Then here we have this very cool type of liatris. It's a dwarf. They call it dwarf blazing star. Just coming in bloom, so short and small. I don't know if you know liatris falls over. It can be quite messy. If you're don't have that space, this is great for the small garden that so many people have because they don't have a lot of room. This moonbeam coreopsis, and then here we go. Lots of coreopsis in all different colors. That was a helenium. That's not a coreopsis, but that's coreopsis. And we got a dwarf solidago mixed in there. That's a really cute, short little one. You don't usually see that in a short little variety like that. More helenium. That's really awesome pollinator, butterfly loving plant. More coreopsis. We just sent out an email on coreopsis for anybody who wants to learn more. Send me an email and I'll resend it to you if you didn't get it. This is all lavender. So many types of lavender. Lavender is one of our most popular perennials. It's super hardy. Smells great. deer resistant, likes it dry, so you don't need to water it, doesn't need irrigation. And this is a very cool type of ajuga that's out now, last few years. Comes in all these cool golds and burgundies. Ajuga, it takes the shade, it's a ground cover, blooms with really pretty purple flowers. It's deer resistant. You can put it in shade or sun, either one. They're big. They'll make like a carpet. You want to get rid of that mulch, spending all the money on the mulch every year. So there you go. Plant some ground cover. You don't have to buy mulch. Just make a nice carpet that's there. It's actually evergreen. I don't know if I said that. So are the mountain pinks. They're evergreen too, and they're ground cover. And we have them. Most people don't have them this time of year. They only have them in the spring. But we have them all the time. We have little dwarf Shasta daisies. Aren't they the cutest? We have Gallardia Daisies, little dwarfs. Look how pretty. They'll bloom all summer. You just keep trimming the dead flowers, and they keep reblooming. It's getting dark, so coloring here is a little off. Got another type of allium. Again, alliums, if you don't remember, they're deer resistant. So is Agastache. It smells like licorice. I guess the deer don't like licorice. They don't really take to any herbs. They don't like the fragrance, but yet we love them. They smell so good. We've got more ground covers here. We have asters. Fall is the time to plant asters. They come into bloom in the fall. The butterflies, the bees, all the pollinators love asters. And so do we, because they're cute little purple daisies and they come in pink. And there's other things that you might need to fill in your garden, like perennial geraniums. They're still reblooming. If you trim them, they're blooming again. There we go. This is called Genia. It's Nova Flame. It's really pretty foliage. And then over here we have sea lavender. It's not blooming now, but we have it because so many people love it. It's got like a thistle looking flower. Deer resistant. I love this new variety. This one is variegated. I brought more in because it sold so fast in the spring. This one's called Jade Frost. And it has a flower that looks something like this, if you recognize it. Looks like thistle. These are browning out a little bit because they've been blooming a long time. I believe this one's blue glitter. It looks like bright blue, glittery flowers. Very cool. More asters back there. And another view of our grass row. That's where we pot things up, right in the middle of the store. We got sedums there. Gora, you know what Gora is? Gora is deer resistant. It's a nice plant for the butterflies. This is one of my new favorite sedums over here. This has like a peachy flower. I don't know if you can tell the dark foliage that it has. So I like it. It's got like this brown, pretty foliage and a peach flower. We got Lamium, another good ground cover for shade. Other ground covers there. And across the way, that's more annuals for fall. That's our annual greenhouses. This cabbages, mostly cabbages grown for the fall, winter. More zinnias there. Sunflowers, of course, because I just have to have sunflowers around me all summer. Marigolds, sunflowers, bright colors, fall colors. Inside the greenhouse, completely full. I don't think you'll find that anywhere else. We're the only people who are crazy enough to have this many plants this time of year. Fall's for planting. Anybody who doesn't know, better get the video. So even down the aisles, plants everywhere. This is a very cool hanging basket. We did loads of these this month for fall because they're so pretty. The hummingbirds just gravitate to it. It's called honeybells. Kufia. Hummingbirds, you don't even have to have a hummingbird feeder. Just put this out and they'll come. Why waste your time putting sugar and water and keeping it clean and worrying about are you going to hurt the hummingbirds because you didn't have time to clean it and now it's a disgusting mess. Just get the right hanging basket and hang it. Much simpler. Straw flowers. Love straw flowers for fall, so we have a whole crop here. If you don't know what a straw flower looks like, it's so cute. They'll be nice and big soon, so they'll be going into fall planters. And we have other colors. It's getting dark, so let me brush through here. Let's see, they're not open that much right now. Oh, here we go. Here's an orange one. And this is the red. It's called Jumbo Red. And there's more back there. Let's see. Better hurry up with this video before it's dark. Gotta get to the shrub section or the trees. There's more greenhouses, but I'm not gonna bother. These are asters that are coming into bloom. All kinds of colors. More tropicals. We have this really cool corn this year. It actually has corn on it. Look at that color for planters. We'll be doing these in our fall planters. Look at that color. So pretty. Let me see if I can find some corn. Oh, here we go. See? Corn's already on there, starting to grow. This is going to look amazing in the fall planters. And then here we go with our shrubs. Evergreens. More shrubs. You saw the shrubs on the other video a few minutes ago. Here's all the blue spruce. Stays short and round. Nice and blue for your garden. We got all the colors. Winter, you need the golds, the burgundies, the greens. Your garden shouldn't look empty. If you know how to design it, you'll have stuff with color and beauty, celebrating nature all year long. Look how pretty these are. These are called Blue Ice Arizona Cypress, one of my favorites. Why? Because it has amazing texture and it has blue icy foliage. Look at that dark stem. So pretty. Gets big. Don't be fooled. It's little now. So it's good for a homeowner size to plant, but give it some room. Got some little spruce trees. We've got tons of arborvitae back there. I don't need to show you those. Just if you need arborvitae, you know where to come. Let's see. Got some bonsai type of pom-poms, they call them. If you want to do like an Asian garden, I'm going to make a little section to go meditate. This is a nice type of plant for you to put in there. Give it that calm Asian type feel, Zen garden. There goes the train. I don't know how my audio is going to go now. These are all topiaries that you can put as a focal point in your landscape. Front of the house, maybe on a corner somewhere, just somewhere where you might need a small tree that doesn't get big, but it'll have color all year long. Here we go with Leland Cypress for you guys that need your privacy hedges. There's Leland Cypress, green giant arborvitaes. What else we got? Emerald greens for those that have the fenced-in yards and no deer, but they save space, which is nice. We got some nice rounded shrubs like this that have it's a type of thuja and it has the frost on the tips, so it gives a lot of variegation in the winter. We got more topiary trees. Lots of topiary trees. They're great for the small garden, and there's so many types here. We love doing them in winter container gardens. They're small enough that you can put in your urns or planters, and then if you want to pop them in spring, you can put them in the garden so you can change up to flowers in your pots. So there you go. Use them for multi-season. These are some pretty gold types, all different types of arborvitae. This one's actually deer resistant. Cypress, gold thread cypress, one of our most popular plants. Alberta spruces. If you like the dwarf little tree, here they are. Tons of juniper trees back there. Juniper trees are deer resistant, so if you're looking for something that kind of grows slow, takes the sun, we have lots of them in that blue. We have the greens. We have big boxwoods over in this section. I showed you boxwoods in the last video, but they're the small ones. This whole row is filled with different types of big ones. Now I'm standing in where we just unloaded a lot of plants, so the whole aisle is taken up. And we have different types of inkberry. This new gem box is like supposed to replace the boxwood for those who want to go a little native and a little more shade tolerant. That's a trial. We got Caryopteris. That's actually very blue in person, but it's looking purple on this video. Very blue. Then we have more Crepe Myrtle, that dark leaf with the bright pink. This one's pink velour, and it's one of my favorites. Look at that silvery foliage contrast with the burgundy. That's what you have to do in your landscape. Not only do you look for flowers, but you contrast foliage, and you contrast texture, and that's where you create interest. That's Rhinegold Arborvitae. Has a very pretty texture, and it has pretty color in the winter. It's like an orangey. It's evergreen. It'll be that color all year. That was the boxwood. Red twig dogwoods. So they're nice and green right now, but they'll be those bright red stems that people look for in the winter. Adds complete winter interest. Very cool. And then it's a great pollinator plant. Blooms white flowers in the spring. That's all viburnum back there. Calycanthus. We have lilacs still. Lots of lilacs. We unloaded, this is the ornamental grasses, the pink muley grass. We have big heathers that just came in right there. You can't really tell, but they're all budded up. They're going to be blooming white and pink. We've got compact hollies over there, hydrangea trees. While I'm here, I might as well show you our maple row, Japanese maples, the cut leaf type. We got small ones. Then back there, there's the taller varieties like Bloodgood and Peaches and Cream and all kinds of good varieties. So what's that dark leaf tree there? That's pretty amazing, right? With those heart-shaped leaves, and it's weeping, and it's pretty cool. It is a Ruby Falls redbud. Gets, besides all this interest all summer, it has purple flowers in April. It's one of the first trees to bloom in your yard. And we just got a whole new crop because the first crop sold out. Because everybody's getting to know that redbuds are awesome. Back there's forest pansy. We also have, oh gosh, we have so many varieties. Carolina Sweetheart. This is the green one with pink flowers. I'm totally forgetting its name right now. Golden Falls here. I don't know if you could tell. Yeah, you could tell it's gold. It was more gold earlier in the season. Redbuds green up a little bit, their foliage in the hot summer, but then when it's cooler out, like in spring and fall, you get lots of either the deep burgundy or the bright gold or the other variegations. We are loaded with redbuds because they sell out fast. What else do we have for fall planting here? Oh, this is a new variety. This is awesome. This is a sweet spire I haven't even had yet. I was so excited to get it. Fizzy Mizzy, brand new from Proven Winners. It's a dwarf, short variety. Brand new knockout roses because we've been sold out. So we need more of those. Oh, here's a red twig dogwood. I showed you the other one, but this is the variegated one. So if you want some nice variegation in the summer, but then you want your red twigs in the winter, there you go. And this is Itea. No, it's not Itea. This is Clethra, I think. They're hard to tell when they're not blooming. No, it is Itea. There are the lilacs. We've got some little hollies because we have lots of big hollies, but we sold out our little guys for people who can't plant a large plant and on a budget. We've got Mugo pines. Lots of viburnum, leatherleaf viburnum. We have every type of viburnum. We love viburnums. They bloom in the spring with really pretty flowers. They get berries in the fall. They change colors. They just have so many seasons of interest. These guys right here is Calicarpa, also known as beautyberry bush. This has flowers right now, but it will be loaded soon with those big purple berries all over it. And it's so cool. And what we have here, more viburnums, more hollies, lots of hollies, lots of barberry. We sell tons of barberry. All this is new barberry because we keep selling out. Look at that color, it's amazing. And the deer don't eat it, so a lot of people just load up the yard. If you're the type of person where you just can't be bothered with like figuring it out, there you go. That's a nice easy way to go. Get your color, low maintenance. Laurel's back there. So hard to find cherry laurel. We have them, brand new stock. Autoleucans, we have skips back there. Here's some new Japanese maples that came in. We had sold out of blue rug junipers. That's deer resistant, great ground cover. More new junipers. And I'm just gonna swing around. More new viburnums. More hydrangeas that'll be blooming soon. They were trimmed, so they're just coming into bloom. Normally they'll start in July though in your yard. Oak leaf hydrangeas we were out of. There's more types. More hydrangeas just came in. This is the pink knockout rose. A minute ago I showed you the red. More azaleas. Then back here we have smoke bush. It's getting very dark, so I think I gotta end this video soon. Smoke bush in the purple. Got the gold. Look at these guys. These guys are so pretty. These are a little tree Catoni aster. So they get their red berries fall, and they'll have them in the winter. And they're just a tiny little tree. Like they only stay like 4 feet tall. We've got a chocolate fountain mimosa here. They always look a little weepy and sad at night. I don't know why, but then they perk up in the daytime. Rose of Sharon. Lots of other trees. We have so many I can't even show you right now. But these are more hydrangeas just coming into bloom. Let's see, what variety is this coming into bloom? This is pink diamonds. Oh, it's gonna be pretty. There you go. These have been blooming for a little while. Just the other crop is the new crop. Then we got this is Franklinia. This is a very cool tree. There's a whole story about Benjamin Franklin and how he found it. But you can look that up on Google because I'm not sure of the exact story, but I've sent emails. So back there is just a whole mass of trees. If you need shade trees, there you go. I feel so bad when I see people in these new houses and their kids are out there playing in full sun. You gotta get those shade trees planted. Get them started now so that maybe when you got new kids, maybe born 2, 3 years old, by the time they're ready to play outside, 7, 8, 9, 10, unattended, they at least have somewhere to go to take a break. New developments need trees. We have lots of them. So that's it. It's dark. I'm ending this video now. You've seen that we're full. And now is a great time to plant. Now is actually one of the best times to plant. Early spring or fall. When the ground is cool, you can plant. You kind of walk away. You don't have much watering to do because the ground is warm, but yet the air is cool, so things don't dry out as much. So I've had lots of success planting now. And last year I was planting at home till in January because the ground didn't freeze. You can plant till the ground freezes. Looks a little blurry because I'm walking so fast. So anyway, get your fall garden planting. We help with design. And I'm out.